What's up, everybody, and welcome to ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest in gaming news. I'm Drew Bosley, that's Scott Savage, and you can join us at InsideTheGame.ca, our fast channel over at Rad TV. That's right, we're live 24/7 for you each and every day. Of course, those beautiful TV streaming platforms too: Roku, Amazon Prime, Jinx Esports TV, ESTV, and a whole lot more. But if you don't want us on the visual side, you can get us in your earbuds instead, thanks to our friends at Fired Up Network. Each and every day, you can join us over there too. Scott! There's a lot to talk about on today's show, dude. We got some heavy topics. What are we talking about?
It is heavy today. We have Rockstar Games' new Rage engine and what we think about that one. Assassin's Creed Mirage launch was excellent. Rocket League trading is set to cease. That economy is no more. And PlayStation Premium begins streaming services this month.
Nice. Let's talk about it. Dude, GTA 6. Scott, Rockstar is back again, dude. Has me excited every time we mention Rockstar. I can't help it. Rockstar Games' Rage engine reportedly getting a major upgrade. Let's get into the article, and I got a couple questions that already came on my head here. Dennis Patrick over at GameRanks had this to say: Grand Theft Auto fans are waiting for Rockstar Games to unveil their next installment. It's a game that's currently in the works, but has been kept under wraps from the public. Kinda, Scott. I'm gonna preface that with kinda. Well, we wouldn't know much about the game if it weren't for a slew of leaks that emerged online. However, a new report has come to suggest we might see a significant update to Rockstar Games' Rage engine that will make this new upcoming installment from Rockstar Games a really thrilling and immersive experience. The report comes from a Rockstar Mag, which was translated and shared through Dextro. Now, this is just a report, so it's nothing official yet. Keep that in the back of your mind, right? Nothing's been official. This is just what we're kind of getting wind of. We'll have to wait and see how Rage Engine holds up with Grand Theft Auto 6 when it's finally released into the marketplace. With that said, there are several areas which will see improvements. If the report is to be believed, we can expect innovations in physics, time management, renderings, and artificial intelligence. Further breaking things down, the report notes that we'll see improvements in terms of vehicle crashes, water simulations, a better day and night system, improvements toward textures, lights, volumetric clouds, and more realistic reactions from the NPCs or police. That should make Grand Theft Auto 6 a visual treat and a far more immersive experience than what we have with Grand Theft Auto 5 and Rockstar Games' Red Dead Redemption 2. Unfortunately, as mentioned, this is just a report. We don't have anything official unveiled by Rockstar Games. Scott, it's only a matter of time. Dude, it is October. Last month we heard rumors Grand Theft Auto 6 supposed to be revealed this month. Will we see that?
Yeah, we still have, it looks like 3 weeks left, so there's still plenty of time.
There is.
But I also wonder if that doesn't happen, are we just going to go see more leaks? Yeah. Everybody's trying to pry at any edge you can get at this moment. And it makes sense. Grand Theft Auto is a massive, massive game. At this point, I'm a little worried it's going to fall on its own sword.
Ooh, really, eh? Yeah, the
just
hype
being
is so big.
So hype. Yeah. DDPR learned that as best as anybody. Sometimes even the big guys can take a big hit. But if this is to be believed, this is reassuring, because I think this is something that's long awaited for. And I think I can hear your thoughts almost in the back of your head. How,
Can you see it?
I believe you've talked about the physics and the controls and how things are still remain kind of, well, clunky is the word that they try not to use all the time, but it's dated, we'll say.
No,
it does seem a bit
clunky.
dated.
I'm going with clunky. I was hoping when we had the next gen update for it, right, when it came to the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and S, that we paid for once again. That's right. What am I, like 5 times
time.
Right? I feel like I bought this game over and over and over. I feel like Nintendo with Mario. But when it comes to GTA 5, I was hoping for the control scheme to be updated a little bit, right? Feel more in the realm of Red Dead Redemption 2, which I love that control scheme, but it wasn't there.
It's peculiar though, because I believe those are supposed to be the same.
They're not,
engine.
dude. I tell you, they're not the same. They feel completely different to me. I mean, the gunplay feels different. I think that's the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, actually, I can agree with that. It does feel a little floaty.
It do. Oh yeah, no, without a doubt. So dude, Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto Online, we're still playing to this day, right? So anybody gets a little wind of what could be possible with GTA 6, the whole internet explodes, and we just can't take notice because we can't help it because we're just as hyped as everybody else when it comes to this game, right? Vehicle crashes, dude. Right now, I have vehicle scratches is what I have, right? Like, so are we gonna get like dented vehicles to the point where not to the where they like blow up, but yeah, we can shoot out our tires, right? But when it comes to actually damaging the vehicle, I got my paint's all scratched up, so I gotta go get it repainted, or just wait till I spawn back in next time and then it's brand new again. Either way, are we gonna get like dented to the point where it is undrivable kind of situation, right? We're now into the current gen of PS5 and the Xbox Series X and S. The horsepower behind these machines should allow some of this technology to really shine. A better day-night cycle, NPCs, improvements toward textures, lighting, volumetric clouds.
Physics.
Oh man, the physics is the big one, right?
That's a big standout from Grand Theft Auto 4, and why I want to see Grand Theft Auto 4 remade or remastered. Man. But in this case, this is a whole different scenario at this point now. But I just wanted that to return because the physics engine and the driving and how everything worked just felt, I want to say, more grounded. Okay. But it is Grand Theft Auto, so grounded may not be the right word for it. But
well, yeah, well, it was either Grand Theft Auto or Saints Row. And Saints Row went in a whole other direction, right? When it didn't feel grounded whatsoever to me, and I really got sucked into the world of Grand Theft Auto. Granted, it is over the top at times, but I had a lot more fun playing that, and it felt like it pulled me into that world because it was more relatable, I'll call it, in a sense, right? Yeah. But when we saw the update with Cyberpunk 2077 and how they're able to adjust the police issue, right, where they spawn and then come towards to track you down and things like that. I'm wondering if that's what we're going to get here with Grand Theft Auto 6. All this bringing into the next gen, more time, more capabilities, more power, allows for other things to kind of evolve and become that next gen system selling blockbuster we expect from Rockstar, right? Red Dead Online, dude, just had an update. Like, that's suddenly getting updated. Yeah. Why is that a thing now? And more graphical power getting put towards that. I'm already blown away with how good it looks. I cannot wait to see how GTA 6 looks. I think we're going to be in for something special. But yeah, now that you mention it, will it die on its own sword? Because the hype has just been so big for so long, there's a lot to live up to. And we saw the hype with Cyberpunk and then the fall and crash of Cyberpunk. I don't think they'll go to that situation, but I never thought CD Projekt Red would either. I guess time will tell.
That's
Scott.
Right. Yeah, we will have to wait and see.
Scott, Ubisofts Assassin's Creed Mirage is its biggest new gen launch to date. Well, are you that surprised? I'm stopping it right there at the top, just from the title alone, Scott. Are you shocked?
Oh, as a longtime fan of the series since day one, I am not shocked whatsoever. This is exactly what the people asked for.
Yep, it is. It's something we've been asking for a very long time, right? More or less probably since Origins and then Odyssey hit. And then Valhalla really had us begging to go back to the old school and hit us up with Mirage. And yeah, this is kind of landing where it's supposed to, I think.
It was Odyssey when you're in that giant army clashing war, and I thought, this is not the place for an assassin.
This is Tom Ivan over at BGC. The game was released on October 5th for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. And an iPhone 15 Pro version is set to follow in early 2024. Interesting, isn't it? Quote,
still bizarre to me, but cool nonetheless.
Quote, with the number of players being in line with past successful launches such as Assassin's Creed Origins, one of my favorites, honestly, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, we are humbled by the positive reception, end quote. Ubisoft said on Wednesday, quote, we are proud to share that Assassin's Creed Mirage is the biggest new gen launch in terms of unit sales to date at Ubisoft for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. Mirage development was led by Ubisoft Bordeaux and the studio behind Assassin's Creed Valhalla Wrath of the Druids expansion. Billed as a love letter to the original Assassin's Creed, gameplay is focused on parkour, stealth, assassinations, marking a return to the action-adventure style of games. I'm going to put that in there as stealth games as well, Scott. There's a bit of
I think
right?
The action-adventure more or less describes the previous three games, in my opinion. But
yeah, absolutely. Which we got into this RPG element, right? When it came into Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. Dude, I remember when Origins dropped, then not like a month later, DLC dropped, and you had to be at a level 40, and I wasn't even close. Oh, it was, I never got to play it.
I had an experience just similar as one of my friends. We just talked about it, actually. The whole number system over your head just bothers the two of us. I can only speak for myself, really, but the idea of sneaking up, it was the same guy for both of us. We sneak up, dagger into the head, and nothing, no effect. Oh, we just started the fight. He barely took a scratch. My friend actually uninstalled at that moment. I stuck with it a little longer, but regardless, the return to form is exactly what we want.
Yeah, no, I always go, a headshot's a headshot, right? To me, like, that's how that works. So a knife in the neck, I kind of think you're done, right? A leap of faith, boom, you're done. It's kind of one of those things that an air assassination, it's over. Like, there is no returning from that. But yeah, then all of a sudden the numbers
especially
pop.
When you especially when you drop from 80 feet and take someone out.
I don't even need a knife. I just drop on him, he's dead. I can do a belly flop and kill him.
Boots.
That's right. During the game's first week, though, Ubisoft said players have spent 479 collective years parkouring the rooftops of Baghdad and taken 60 million leaps of faith. Dude, I'm excited. This, to me, is showcasing how I think a lot of us have felt over the years for Assassin's Creed, that we do miss the old school feel. I'm in there, I'm pickpocketing, I'm eavesdropping, I'm weaving in and out of crowds, I'm running across rooftops, I'm leaping off buildings, air assassinating, and then finding my way in to get to my target. Dude, it was almost perfect for me, but a nice step in the direction that I hope to see more of in the future. Next up, we're off to Japan with Assassin's Creed Red. This goes bigger, back to the RPG element, but do we see something a bit more smaller? Go back to that Mirage feel, Scott, with the one to follow Red?
I really hope so. And even in the case of Red, I hope it's just better supported, that if you want to play this kind of style, it's perhaps better supported. I don't know if that means nobody is immune to knife in the neck, but whatever changes need to happen, I want to see that, because this return to form, it seems like it's a perfect coincidence with the Japan finally. After all these years, it's another thing what the fans from day one have been asking for.
Yeah, it makes a ton of sense, right? I want that Tenchu feel in Assassin's Creed Red is where we want to go next, right? So hopefully they've taken what Ubisoft Bordeaux has done with Assassin's Creed Mirage and build upon that into Red. Don't go into the Valhalla side of things, right? Valhalla was a huge departure for me when it comes to blowing your horn. I get it's a Viking and they would blow their horns and then that would set off the battle. That's not an assassin setting to me. That is hey, I'm over here. Here I come, right? Versus, dude, in Mirage, I would go into the camp, nobody would see me, right? I go in and pick everybody off, boom, 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 one by one, hiding bodies. I'm up in the towers and the rooftop, in the curtains, calling people, whistling people over, and snap, and bring them in. Like, just things like that need to be in Red. I hope so much. I'm looking forward to seeing more when we get to see what Red is even about. When do we see more on the next Assassin's Creed? I know Mirage, a lot of us are still playing it. I'm still playing it. I finished the campaign in 31 hours, I think it was. And that's a little long for me. I think from what I've seen, too, across the board, there's a couple people who finished up closer to around the 20-hour mark. But I'm out exploring. I'm going for everything. I'm now working towards that 100% achievement list, Scott. That's where I'm at right now.
Man, that doesn't happen often for you.
No,
I know I'm going to see that through.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait. More on Red soon, though. Fingers crossed.
Oh, hopefully.
Scott, fans of Rocket League are kind of up in an uproar right now. Players are not happy. Rocket League economy, player-to-player item trade to be, well, sounds like scrapped. That's unfortunate, man. This is Tyler Wilde over at PC Gamer. Come December, Rocket League players will no longer be able to trade cosmetic items with each other. Player-to-player trading will be removed from Rocket League on December 5th at 4 p.m. PST. Developer Psyonix announced today. The instant unpopular decision, in brackets, I characterize the response so far as why though, end brackets, will bring Rocket League to an alignment with Epic's overall approach to game cosmetics and item shop policies, where items aren't tradable, transferable, or sellable. end quote, says the developer, which was acquired by Epic Games back in 2019. Rocket League's item economy used to be more like Counter-Strike's. The best stuff came in loot boxes, which could be opened with keys, a premium item that can also be a commodity used as money in player trades. After Epic bought Psyonix, it retired the crate and key system. Crates are now free to open, but rather than items, they contain blueprints for items which can be crafted by spending credits, the new premium currency. Psyonix also introduced an item shop where rotating selecting of cosmetics can be directly purchased for credits. Very much like the world of Fortnite, Scott, isn't it?
Yeah, it sounds like they've rolled just into the Fortnite model, which is okay for most, I think.
It's working, I think, right? For the most part.
I haven't played Rocket League in a long time, but it doesn't seem so offensive so far.
But let's continue on, as player-to-player trading lost some of its significance with the switch to blueprints, but players have continued to acquire rare items through trades, mainly using fan-made websites. Rocket League Garage to find and coordinate transactions. Quote, "It was a pleasure," end quote, wrote Rocket League Garage founder Vince Gold in response to a Reddit poster preemptively Man, I'm telling you, dude, sometimes these words just keep going, don't they? This is brutal. The operators of the website, which is also owned mobile app, did not know that this announcement was coming. What's that do to their app then, Scott? You think, right? Like this just shuts the app down? Oh man.
Time to jump to a new game, I see.
I think so. Quote, "After December 1st or December 5th, there will be no way to trade items with any player or between accounts," end quote, read Psyonix statement. Quote, "Websites or server advertising such as services are fraudulent and have no connection to Psyonix or Epic Games," end quote. Scott, this is just getting muddier and muddier, man. This is taking out a lot of things that people have been building for years with Rocket League, and all of a sudden now they do have the right. Psyonix, Epic Games can just shut it all down, and that's it's kind of what they're doing, isn't it?
It is, but I do see a strange parallel between this and the NFT craze that happened what feels like a year ago now. But the idea of this seems like a complete rejection of what that system would have been.
Right.
The idea of gambling being gone, loot boxes, taking loot boxes out of there. You'll never hear me complain about that. I'm not a fan of loot boxes.
No. I do like the battle pass system we get now in most games, and we get to see what we have, right? Here's what's coming down the line. Grind to that position, get that item, and then move on. Go for the next one, and be happy. Loot box, dude, it is really just a toss a coin in the air and see what lands, right? And I'm never a big fan of that because I don't know what I'm getting or if I even want it. When I see the battle pass in Siege, I get to know, I can see it. Do I want this or don't I, right?
The worst is duplicates. I can't recall exactly what game it was. I have a pre-recorded duplicate rant actually from years ago now. I think it was Rainbow Six.
Yeah, I get a lot of those too.
When there's several thousand items, come on, just take it off the list for me.
Yep. Quote, "Lending is not supported by Psyonix and all trades are considered final," end quote. It reads, "A support team cannot help reserve trades," end quote. Rocket League's switch from crates and keys to blueprints and credits was somewhat unpopular, but the decision was to me convincingly justified by the broad anti-loot box sentiment at the time, which includes, right? So that's the biggest thing. But we've seen them, dude, they're moving into the world of Fortnite. This is what they're getting into now. They've obviously partnered with them, was purchased by Epic Games in 2019. Here we are, 2023. It's taken them quite a long time to get into this whole new Fortnite model, but here it is. People aren't happy about it though. Scott, what do you do, right? Business is business, but when it's a consumer, is it the right move for the consumer?
Well, these are older games now. People are used to what they're used to, and they don't like any changes. So I'm not sure there's anything you could have done that would have made everybody happy.
Yeah, besides leaving it alone and letting it as is and let it lay, but they're not going to do that. They're looking to innovate, push things forward. How do you keep the money coming in for Rocket League so they can keep the servers on, keep the lights on? Maybe this is the way to do it. Time will tell if they stick with this plan, but it sounds like here's what's coming. So hang on to your trades while you can. Scott, PlayStation has announced that the PlayStation 5 cloud streaming launches this month. Tom Ivan over at VGC. Sony Interactive Entertainment has announced plans to launch cloud streaming for PlayStation 5 this month. The feature, which will be available to PlayStation Plus premium members will receive a staggered rollout. I don't know if that always goes so well, Scott. We've seen that with games, hasn't worked, but maybe this will be a little bit different. Sony is targeting an October 17th launch in Japan, October 23rd for Europe, and October 30th for North America. Quote, select PS5 games will be available for streaming, and we're planning to have hundreds of PS5 titles to support this new benefit, end quote, said Hideki, the SIE's Senior VP of Platform Experience. That's quite the title. Supported titles supported titles will include game catalog offerings like Spider-Man Miles Morales, Horizon Forbidden West, Ghost of Tsushima, Mortal Kombat 11, and Saints Row 4. Some PS5 digital titles that players own will be available for streaming too, including Resident Evil 4, Dead Island 2, Genshin Impact, Fall Guys, and Fortnite. Game trials for PS5 titles like Hogwarts Legacy. Dude, man, I missed that game a little bit. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt and the Callisto Protocol will also be available. Lots going on. Streaming resolution options will include 4K, 1440p, 1080p, and 720p with 60 frames per second and the SDR or HDR output. PS5 game streaming will support all PS5 audio capabilities, including 5.1 and 7.1, as well as Tempest 3D audio tech, which is the latest addition for PlayStation, which is nice to see. Some more audio opportunities coming in. Players will be able to capture screenshots and record up to 3 minutes of video, which will be downloaded to the media gallery on PS5 and will also be available on the PlayStation app. There you go, Scott.
That sounds familiar.
It
sounds like the Xbox DVR system.
Yep.
You don't have to say anything negative about it.
No.
That works just fine.
No, man, the premium title, right? Or premium membership. This is right at the top, Scott. You got to go to the top if you want to be able to do this. We'll see how it goes. I think that's the biggest thing, right? Is this something people are looking for? I don't know. Right now I use a remote play. I love that feature, and that's something I take a lot of capabilities of using when I'm not able to access my system. It's something that's there. I wonder how many people are going to jump on board, Scott. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, my internet is not strong enough to support anything like that, but I am on the low end of the internet spectrum.
Scott, yesterday was a little quiet. Today, not so much. Dude, there's a ton of games out today. What's going on?
There really is. We have A Haunted House on PlayStation 5 and Xbox X. Genotype is on the Quest. Sea Salt Chronicles is on PC and PlayStation 5. Tribe Primitive Builder is on PC. Alphadia 1 and 2 is on Xbox One and the Nintendo Switch. River City Rival Shutdown is on PC and the Nintendo Switch. Company of Heroes Collection comes to the Nintendo. And Star Trek Infinite is on PC and Mac.
Enemy positions revealed.
From Space is on the Xbox Series consoles, and Dwerve is on Switch.
There's just a few games to play. All right, everybody, that'll wrap up today's show. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. This has been ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest in gaming news each and every day. We'll be back again tomorrow. I'm Drew. That's Scott.
And we'll see you inside the game.